my archetype, and I just don't have the heart for a character that actually plays footsies anymore. And like is not at an advantage in neutral because I just get too stressed. I mean, I blame my job, because it's emotional labor all day for me, and then taking on risk is just. Don't worry, I'm almost done, both with my current job and complaining about it. It's, to be fair, it's a very fulfilling experience, I think. It's just also very difficult and demanding, which is fair. I didn't go into it thinking that it wouldn't be. And given the option, I would do it. I would, you know, if I went back, would I do it again? I would say, please don't send me back in time. I don't want to relive the last 2 years. Just because I don't want to live already knowing everything that's going to happen and having everything be a repeat of something I've already done. But yeah, I do it. However, there's a reason people don't usually do it as a long-term career. There's a reason people do it. There's also a reason people generally eventually stop doing it, and I have reached that point, I think. So maybe when I'm at something that's more long-term sustainable, I'll be able to play footsies again. But I also picked Jacko up when I was a college student working like 15 hours a week, so probably I'm just a bitch. And I refuse to face anyone like a man, although in fairness, I'm not a man, so I don't have to do anything like a man, ever. It's freeing, quite honestly. I don't have to care what any of the standards of masculinity are. I'm kind of being ironic. I'm also kind of not being ironic. It's legitimately freeing. If you are a man, you should try not giving a shit what's masculine. You could also become trans, I guess, if you want to do that. But like, that's only you can say if that's right for you. You know, it did wonders for me in my mental health. I can tell you that. But even if you want to stay a guy, you should try just not giving a flying fuck what's masculine. Like legitimately, it's very liberating. You might think that you don't, and you might not, but most guys, on some level, do, I think, and it's a very liberating experience. But you know what? I don't care. Yeah. Hi. Howdy. Does this mean the spectator exists in universe? Was he looking at us, or were we there?
Get ready for the
Or
next
is he like jimming the camera? But instead of like Michael makes a really offensive joke and then Jem makes a face at the camera, it's he murders a person. Just straight up, this song is gas. Coffee Fish, that's true. Just straight up takes a human life and then gems the camera, because I love that. That fucks. That is my new headcanon. Like, wait, you want me to be relating to you right now? Do I need to fight someone again? Hello. Alright. Alright. I must go again with Station 4 with Nero? Okay. Just confirming right if Alright, I gotta go. But in fairness, I don't play this game, so you're losing very little.
Yo, we got somebody back on microphone, and who else but Pants for Hire just got knocked out of Tekken Loser's Side by Dandy J. Good Fang knocked out my Lars, so now I gotta be in here and commentating two of my favorite players, my favorite homies, Acvius and Cobb. Acvius and Cobb have been at each other's throats for pretty much the entire duration of Tekken 7. Both are extremely solid. Obviously, they're in winners finals for a reason. Not the most stacked bracket we've seen in Tekken 8, but a pretty stacked one just for value of having these two players here. And Cobb trying to, you know, weasel his way back into a more favorable position, but currently down 1 point in the set. Fortunately, finishing off that round to bring it even in the match. And yeah, good low block, gets a little bit of poke damage in there, able to convert the crumple, and takes us all the way to the wall. We're getting some good combo conversion. And yeah, it's just a lot of really good pressure and takes the match in 13 seconds. Pretty good stuff. Now, you know, you always hate to have a personal bias, but Cobb is my roommate, so I'll be marginally more cool with him taking the win. But, you know, Acvius ain't no slouch. That's for sure. I've heard nasty reports that Acvius was teabagging in bracket, and it's just so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Disgusting. But, you know, every story needs a villain. And looks like Cobb is playing hero right now, taking a meaty 60% away without even having to think about it. But fortunately, Acvius is able to get some of it back with these blocked hits due to the regen system, but Cobb doesn't care. Just 1 or 2 hits, all you really need for a nice little Jin blow-up. Oh, and this is a really good launcher to get things going. Drops the combo, but we're getting in there with the heat engager. Ooh, the power crush into the wall bind. Can't keep it alive. But yeah, just getting all these pokes. It's like Reed City and Cobb's the librarian. Acvius is able to get some momentum going in his direction, trying to find these meaties on the Oki. And doesn't close it out quite yet. Both players are sitting on rage. The throw is teched, and Cobb does not care. He's able to close it out with a quick 1-2. Starting off with the heat. A little bit of a risky decision. If you are familiar with Tekken 7 Columbus scene, Cobb would always like to, you know, use his Jin's blue stuff to try and, you know, reset neutral and get advantage back. So it's interesting to see him try and start doing that at the beginning of the round. Cobb sitting on rage. This might be a kill if we could. Doesn't even need to tap into the rage. Pretty convincing round from Cobb. Pretty convincing match. That was a clean sweep. We started 1-0 with Acvius down, and now Cobb is sitting on top of the situation. What stage are we getting? We're going to Sanctum. This is where I lost my first match in my set, so you know, I got Vietnam War flashbacks going on. And right now, Cobb is sitting in the open Grand Finals area, so he's able to hear the venue music, and we got You's Somebody I Used to Know. This is his fight song, so even though I'm saying all of that, Acvius is impervious to such musical damage buffs. The crumple. Cobb's getting in there with the heat engager. He can make what he wants to happen happen. He just needs to get these tiny little pokes of damage in there. Gets punished on the electric. Good throw break. Both players are now in heat. And unfortunately, Cobb cannot tap into his heat meter pretty much at all. Able to punish the retaliation grounded kick and gets in there for the round win. Cobb's looking solid as always. Now, the fun thing to know is that this is basically the first week that we have seen Cobb kind of playing Jin in a serious capacity, when for the duration of Tekken 8's life cycle, he's been an Azucena player, but he's always been, you know, alluding to the idea of picking Jin up and seeing how far he could take him. And after exploring the roster a little, he's gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of comfort with this game's systems, and seeing him just pick up a character he's so comfortable with and likes so much, making him work so well already, it's fascinating and satisfying. But not well enough in that round. Peter taking it with a fair deal of attrition going on in the middle there. Eats the tackle. Good fair deal of damage, and we do have the Oki set up. Doesn't make anything happen with it, but keeps the pressure alive enough to get a low hit. Nice throw break. These players are going to be breaking throws. They're both way too good at it. Cobb eating the heat starter and eating a throw for the match win. We're at 2-2. Tell me these players aren't evenly matched. You might not have thought it from the last match, but Peter had a story to tell. He had something to say. No doubt that these two players are talking each other's ear off right now about, oh, you should have done that. I know. A lot of good camaraderie between these two, even if it sometimes feels like a heated rivalry. Pretty neutral stage to pick. We got walls, we got no gimmicks. All we have is very cinematic lighting and storm effects. Taking one of these tackle throws again. Fair deal of damage puts Peter in the lead, but Cobb's able to get a pretty standard launcher to get things going. Takes about 30% off. We're playing in the middle of the stage. Cobb's getting the launch with the electric. We're trying to see if we can get to the wall. We get to the wall. Heat engager. We use the heat dash. It's probably worth more damage. Now it's just his goal to not let Peter get any of the HP back or get an advantage, and fortunately works out well enough. Cobb up round one. Into round two now. Things are chill in the middle of the stage. May not be so in the background, but now Acvius is able to get this thing started. A lot of these small individual hits, not really big combos, but just powerful, high damaging moves are really the story of a lot of these matches between these players, and that was just excellently executed by Acvius, winning a lot of the counter hit wars. Again, taking this ground tackle. That's a solid 15%. Yeah, just these big hits keep coming. Cobb just making the wrong guesses a lot right now, and I think with that, Acvius is at set point to go to grand finals. Cobb has his work cut out for him. Gets a good launch. Probably gonna see us go to half damage. Oh, wow, that actually connected. That did not feel like a connection. Still in heat. Doesn't get out of it. We have the opportunity to turn a heat smash into something beautiful. Just uses it for that aforementioned neutral reset, but with a quick duck, sidestep, I forget what it was, and a launch, we are now into set point for either player. If it had to be two people going double Luigi, it would be Cobb and Acvius, and right now it kind of feels like Acvius is trying to rediscover what was allowing him to take rounds earlier in this match. Cobb starting off with a great lead. Oh, taking the damage from the mid, gets tackled again, and that's big damage. Now sitting in rage percent, and unfortunately having to eat those hits, and Acvius gets to go to grand finals, potentially waiting for Cobb, potentially waiting for a couple of other players.